Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Inside the House. My name is Jill. I'm the content creator and marketing strategist for Sandra Ranck Real Estate. And in this episode of Inside the House, we're saying thank you. We're saying thank you to Mayor Jim Schmitt for his service to the Green Bay community and to its residents for the last 16 years. Sandra got to sit down with him a few weeks ago as he's making his final days in office to talk about residential living in Green Bay and the impact he's had during his tenure on residential living. So I hope you enjoy this latest episode of Inside the House.
So let me first say, again, thank you so much for everything you've done for the city, because you've done a remarkable, outstanding, progressive, fantastic job. And I say that from the bottom of my heart because I know how much you love this city and you know how much I love the city. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for that.
It's just been my pleasure. I've really loved getting to know you and your support of my vision and the city's growth. And we needed people like you to get on board. And you're a very successful realtor that knows a lot of the higher end market, and we need that investment in our city. And
sure do.
You've been a huge supporter, and I'm grateful for you too, Sandra. It's been a good partnership, and there's a lot of good things coming in the city.
So this is going to be a fun interview, right? This is nothing too crazy. This is just about residential real estate, because that's what I do. And my love for the city comes in, if I can contribute in any way to the city, I would like to contribute in helping elevate our residential offerings, because I feel like where people like to live, if they love the housing piece, they want to live there. So as you look back over your tenure of 16 years, what are your favorite things that you feel you've done or observed or contributed to residential living in Green Bay?
Yeah, I always thought Green Bay could offer a better variety of housing. And we're traditionally this ranch style homes or salt box homes, and to become a city, we needed two things. We needed a variety of residential living, and we needed the amenities to support that. And people, whether you're a millennial or you're an empty nester like me, we like the same things. We like unique housing, higher end housing that's walkable, that has entertainment lifestyle to it. It has a great lifestyle. And so when I first got here, you remember there wasn't really residential living in the downtown, and
you wouldn't even think of it.
No,
it wasn't even like what.
Now, the biggest projects that we have on the drawing board are more residential living in the downtown, and
of all levels.
Yeah,
workforce to luxury to everything in between.
And the market's there.
They can afford to live and be a part of it.
Right, and I think that's what makes a really good city. That there's people who make millions of dollars that live downtown, and people who make $35,000, and they have the same views, they have the same sidewalks.
Spot for everyone.
Right, and that's important as we grow. So, yeah, that residential living would be, if you look at the priorities of the city. Everybody talks about infrastructure, which there's work that needs to be done on roads and bridges. That will happen, but equally tied with that would be more residential opportunities in the city.
With regards to residential, the things that you do see, and I hope the new person coming in does the same thing, you seem to be very conscious of developing community and the different layers of community and how we can go about communicating. So I think that's a great example of doing that.
It is, and look, it's not rocket science. I mean, I go to a lot of conferences. I have a lot of friends who are mayors, but what you really need to listen to what people want, and not really so much what the politicians want, because their agendas may be a little bit different. And look, we know from going to conferences and from talking to people what they're looking for, and they want this sense of community. And
very much. They want to be connected.
And yet they want a variety of housing. They don't want all the same type of housing, and that's why some of the things that we have coming are going to be even different than what we have now. And yet, the stuff we have now is 100% occupied, so we kind of know what we're doing, and that all works together. And I think you want an overlaying pride of the community, and that has national recognition. And we have that with the Green Bay Packers. We have that with a real sense of community. But you know, it's livable, it's affordable, and it's a fun place to live.
Progressing, and
Yeah,
it's
it is.
growing, and it's so exciting. It's like,
And when we talk about the growth, you know, there's cities that aren't growing. There's cities that are losing
Absolutely.
population, and we're growing. But the other thing that we track very closely is our people who are degreed after high school, 2-year, 4-year degrees, and that's growing as well. So we like the fact that we're not only growing, that
Attracting talent.
we're attracting talent, and it's educated talent. And you know, a joke around here is, you know, it's just, you know, like Japan sells more adult diapers than baby diapers. You know, we don't want to be that, right? We want young families moving in here. We want educated people moving in here, and that's why you see our university expanding, our technical college. And Chris, we just announced that we have an innovation school that's going to be downtown, and we have the Da Vinci School for gifted and talented, and of course, getting the medical college in our community was a coup for us. So there's a lot of things that are working together,
Yes.
Sandra, to
Yep.
make the community
and
grow.
different
and we need-
organizations working together.
Right.
Which we haven't seen that before. So
No,
it's really cool.
it is.
Just
And
this happening.
I've lived in a few places. I've been in every state in the United States, and I think a lot of people have, but that was a bucket list thing of mine. And I just think what we have here is special.
special.
I do.
I agree.
really believe in that. So.
Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Thanks
luck
for
on
all
the
you've
next
done for
chapter.
Green Bay.
Good
All right.
luck on the next chapter.